The woman also had placed a fully loaded handgun in.
Moment, a prison officer in the UK has been arrested after this video, and we're only going to give you 10 seconds because after that they smash it in here.
If you think that jail cells are boring, silent places where nothing interesting ever happens, then think again. Because these are times when surveillance cameras inside women's prisons captured moments no one expected. Starting with the case of a 39-year-old woman who took smuggling to a dangerously creative level. Woman smuggles loaded gun in private part. On February 18, 2021, a shocking and dangerous incident took place at Boone County Jail in Missouri. This 39-year-old woman named Amy Wilhite managed to smuggle a fully loaded gun inside her vagina. Boone County Jail is known for being strict with its security. They use metal detectors, body scanners, and trained staff to make sure no illegal item enters the prison. Yet, Wilhite somehow beat all these measures.
Arrested in Waco 2 years ago with a gun stashed inside her private parts, was in court today. In September of 2015, Ashley Castaneda was pulled over for a traffic violation. Police found about 33 grams of meth inside her car, but things got weird on the way to the jail when she told officers she had a loaded semi-automatic handgun hidden inside her vagina. Police immediately pulled over and a female officer searched Castaneda, finding that loaded gun.
The gun she hid was a North American Arms .22 caliber mini revolver. It was only 4 inches long, making it small enough to fit inside the palm of a hand. Despite being small, the weapon was fully functional and loaded with 5 rounds. Hiding such a dangerous item in a body cavity is not just illegal, but also extremely risky. If the gun had discharged accidentally, it could have caused serious injury or even death. Wilhite had just been transferred from another local jail when the incident happened. During the intake process, every inmate goes through several security checks. These checks include full body searches and going through body scanners. Even after passing all these steps, she was able to keep the gun hidden for more than 2 weeks inside the jail. This delay in discovery raised many questions about the effectiveness of security checks in prisons.
A woman was recently arrested during a late-night traffic stop in Waco, Texas, after police found that she and a co-conspirator were allegedly stashing 32.6 grams of methamphetamine in their car. That's not a good deal, right? But I did mention packing heat. The woman also had placed a fully loaded handgun in her.
The gun was finally discovered hidden in her belongings after 17 days. Prison staff were shocked when they found it and launched an internal investigation immediately. This case showed that determined inmates can sometimes find creative and dangerous ways to sneak contraband into prison. It also proved that even the most secure places are not 100% safe. After the gun was discovered, Wilhite was charged with felony delivery or concealment of a weapon. She pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 10 years in prison. This case is now used as an example in training sessions to help correctional officers understand the extreme lengths some people will go to in order to break the rules. Steve Harris. In October 2020, a serious scandal unfolded at HMP East Sutton Park, a women's open prison in England. Steve Harris, a prison manager and a father of 2, was caught having sexual relations with a female inmate. The event took place during the late evening hours, a time when the prison is less active and some areas have lower levels of surveillance. Harris had a powerful position inside the prison. He was responsible for helping inmates prepare for life after their release. This included offering job training and supervising certain work assignments. Because of this power, he held a key role in the lives of many female inmates. But he used his authority to take advantage of one of the inmates in a very serious way. The exact location of the incident was never officially revealed, but it was believed to be in an area where inmates are normally not allowed at night. A fellow correctional officer discovered Harris in a compromising position with the inmate. The officer immediately reported it to prison officials. Harris was suspended right away while a full investigation began. The police and prison administration worked together on the investigation. They interviewed the female inmate, staff, and other prisoners. They also reviewed security footage and checked the physical scene where the event happened. The inmate was quickly transferred to another prison and was given psychological support. The investigation also looked into whether this was the first time something like this had happened. or if Harris had done similar things in the past. Some sources from inside the prison said Harris had too much influence and that he used his position to control who got what job. Tina Gonzalez.
Moment, a prison officer in the UK has been arrested after this video, and we're only going to give you 10 seconds because after that they smash in here.
In 2020, this shocking case of misconduct by a corrections officer named Tina Gonzalez rocked Fresno County in California. Tina was only 26 years old when her double life came into public view. On the surface, she appeared to be a professional and trustworthy officer. She wore the uniform with pride and worked at the Fresno County Jail, where she was responsible for enforcing rules and protecting both staff and inmates. But underneath that image, Tina was hiding a secret that would eventually lead to her arrest and national shame.
The media love any story to be salacious and sensational, and they sensationalize everything. You don't know my side of the story, and we'll leave it as that for now.
The downfall of Tina Gonzalez did not happen overnight. It began with what seemed like small rule breaking. She developed an inappropriate relationship with an inmate, which is strictly forbidden in jails. As time passed, her judgment became worse. She started bringing illegal items into the prison. These included a cell phone, alcohol, and even razors. A cell phone in the hands of a prisoner can be dangerous. It can be used for criminal activities, coordinating attacks, or smuggling more contraband. By doing this, Tina not only broke the law, but put many lives at risk, including those of other officers and inmates.
Cutting a hole in your pants to make it easier to have sex with an inmate and having intercourse in full view of 11 other inmates is something only a depraved mind can come up with.
The most shocking part of the case was when it was revealed that Tina had cut a hole in her uniform pants to make sexual encounters with the inmate easier. This was not a spur-of-the-moment decision. It was planned and carefully executed. She had sex with the inmate in front of 11 other prisoners. Assistant Sheriff Steve McComas, who had served for 26 years, said he had never seen anything more disgusting in his career.
I'm just curious, your thoughts on that, because she also said in this video, you don't know who your real friends are. So it was kind of these, these curious things she's saying, but she didn't quite defend herself.
So here's part of the reason she got 15 months in prison. By claiming it was duress, perhaps she was exploited, what it then does is it puts other female guards at risk if this were to happen in the future. And they then say, I was exploited, I was under duress, someone took advantage of me, that they can then say, well, this other prison guard said the same exact thing and she got caught. So it makes everyone's case look weaker. To the acceptance of responsibility, when she gets to a point that says, I did it, I knew that it was wrong, I want to do better, and I'm glad you're holding me accountable, her life will change. There is no doubt the judge considered mitigating factors, some trauma, some breakdown that enabled her to cross the line. Judges always consider these mitigating factors. The problem, again, you can't undo this video and her willingness to participate in the video. That undoes so many of her.
Tina Gonzalez was arrested in May 2020. When the full story came out, it caused outrage. Many people in the Fresno community felt betrayed. An officer who was supposed to protect the public had completely abandoned her duties. Though she had no previous criminal record and admitted her guilt early, she was still sentenced to 7 months in jail and given 2 years of probation. The risque models of Bayamon Prison. In 2015, another strange and unbelievable prison scandal emerged, but this time it came from the island of Puerto Rico. In the Bayamon Prison, a group of female inmates caused a major embarrassment for the prison system. These women didn't just break rules quietly. They made sure the whole world saw it. They organized a fashion show, posed for provocative photos, and shared the images online, all from inside their jail cells.
Posing for a picture in uniform while incarcerated in prison has gone viral.
The women ditched their standard orange uniforms and instead wore shorts, tight tops, jeans, and makeup. Some of the women posed together in pajamas, while others went fully naked, especially in the shower area. The photos looked like something out of a magazine, not a prison. The inmates posed confidently, holding each other and making bold expressions. This was not a secret event. The photos were shared online, using a smuggled mobile phone. More inmates were later identified as being part of the photo scandal, investigations continued, and the prison had to take major steps to restore order. The Bayamon prison, once just another correctional facility, became famous overnight for all the wrong reasons. Now before you leave, just don't forget to give this video a like, smash that subscribe button, and also ring that notification bell while you're down there.